Yeah, but we talked about we chopped up the whole situation that happened, I believe, on Friday or Saturday.
Friday or
I think it was Friday because I remember.
Why did it seem like it happened yesterday?
I don't know. Cause I guess it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when death happens, and if you guys are trying to wonder what we're talking about DC Young Fly, his partner, baby mother,
moms,
his world. We'll put it that way, right? Because they live together, they work together, they had kids together, and all of that. And it seems like it just happened yesterday because when death is so sudden, when you hear people died in a car accident or when you hear people died of a heart attack, it's almost like, oh damn, that sucks, But then when you hear somebody went under the knife, when they had an option to just not do it, but then they actually went ahead and did it, and now this person is not here anymore. My first question, or the first thing that went through my mind, was obviously the kids. I don't think at that age they can ever really fully comprehend when their dad says their mom is never coming home, because they really don't understand that.
I don't think it'll really hit them until they get older.
Yeah, when they get, or as days go by and they actually see that mom is never really coming home. A child, for some strange reason, which is almost like a blessing, their mind can be preoccupied with other things. They go to school. Now, I'm not saying they completely forget about it like us adults. Like, I guarantee you, DC had absolutely no sleep that night. And when he did probably fall asleep, he woke back up and he was back in his nightmare, and he probably is thinking, what if she never went under the knife? And then my second question, which I wanted to ask, is, do you think that women actually do this whole plastic surgery / mommy makeover / summer body? They do it for themselves, or are they actually doing this for for their audience?
50-50.
You think it's 50-50?
Yes.
I would agree. I was going to say about that.
Because I whenever I see women respond, especially women that have had their body enhanced, they always say they don't do it for no man. They do it for themselves. But when they're out there, they are attracting these men. You went from having a normal body. You weren't happy with your body. You want something different. Now, mommy bodies to me is an excuse to have plastic surgery.
And a lot of people say that. A lot of people feel like mothers should be able to go on a knife to snap them back to how they were before. But anytime you open up your body, you compromise the whole situation. You see what I'm saying? So as much as, okay, so this is Toya V, the voice. Okay, you will never see me.
She don't want to be seen.
I don't want to be seen.
Just heard.
But women compete with each other.
Yeah.
For a certain type of man. Do you see what I'm saying?
But she had a man,
so there's a certain type of caliber man. That woman will go change how she looks so that she can basically get his eye. But then she also knows, like, if I don't keep it together, his eyes are going to wander somewhere else. So I know a few people right now got BBLs because they didn't want their husbands looking left or right. So they did it. They did it in an insecurity, right? But they're saying I did it for me, but their insecurity was I did it so that my husband would still see me as attractive.
And of course, this doesn't really apply to every woman.
Not every
but
woman.
A lot of them
are. A married woman right there. You see what I'm saying?
Because if you're married, you're already secured, right? Like, who else?
That's not true. That's not true.
Or generally, when you are married, nowadays. But what I'm trying to say is, once I locked in with my wife, then it's almost like her appearance is only I'm supposed to be the one who says, I'm not happy with this and that, right? Not that you go out there and say, well, as soon as I'm done having your kids, I'm going to go get my body done.
Well, what I'll say is, and hey, what's up, Vince? Welcome to the chat. How you doing? I would say that for her, we don't really know why she did it, because she also has a following also.
Yes. Yeah.
So I guess she might not.
An image that she has.
So she's most likely. I'm thinking maybe she did it because she's trying to uphold the image that people are already seeing. Yeah, she used to be one of the girls that used to participate. Like,
I don't mean no disrespect. I've never seen her in person. The only time I saw her was her face when she actually passed away and they put her on different blogs.
Yeah, she used to be one of the girls on Wild. Like,
can you describe her body?
The regular BBL body.
Before the surgery?
So she's had surgery before? Or her body was naturally curvy?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know.
So but when you saw her, she was curvy already.
Yeah.
And then she went to go have surgery to get it.
No.
I think she did it after the kid.
It was a mommy makeover.
Yeah.
She done had like 3 of his kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's just one of those things where she's like, okay, this is how I was. I want to get back to where I was. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like you said, a lot of people, some people feel like mommy makeovers are okay to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
think it depends on what you define as a mommy makeover. I don't think your ass. No. I don't think your ass or your okay, your titties do, but your ass.
All of that is part of it. From your ass to your butt to
BBL,
right. But let's go through. Let's go through when you have a child. What are the 2 or 3 things that are really affected? It's your stomach, right? Your stomach
and your breast.
Your breast. So that's, to me, is what a mommy makeover is taking care of those 2 things. I'm not saying that what they call a mommy makeover out there I'm not defining mine as what that is. I'm saying that if you were to say to your baby mom or your wife right now, she's had 2 of your kids, and she says, I want to have a mommy makeover. And you ask her, what does that entail? And she says, I'm going to get my butt done. I'm going to get my lipo done. And I'm going to get my boobs done. Would you question why she's getting her butt done?
Well, if my wife was her, I could understand. Like I said, I could understand why she would get it. That's her. That's
how she makes.
That's how.
Yeah. So
her followers,
even though
most likely follow her. Yeah, most likely her followers follow her because she's pretty. She's nice to look at. She has a nice body, stuff like that. So, I mean, that's part of. And I think she was still all wilding out.
Yeah,
too.
Terrell says, yeah, she was a wilding out girl. She was getting a tummy tuck, I think. She was also a content creator. Tula says she had an image to uphold. She was a wild.
So she was a content creator also.
Yeah, and
so she had a whole bunch of businesses
known for their body.
Yeah, especially if you're on that wilding out show, you gotta look attractive. If you look on that show, you don't see no unattractive.
There's so much pressure on women because the men on the show they stayed the same, right?
Right. Tula says, but some women have kids and their butt goes away completely.
You know, I'm not a woman, and neither is my brother over here, and I will never try to disrespect what women feel after they have kids. I feel like that's one of the most disrespectful things that we can do as men is to tell a woman what not to do.
Right.
But what I do believe is that when you have to resort to that, when you think that that's your option to almost compete out there, then you're in the wrong field. Your insecurity has already gotten the best of you. You're a content creator. You're on Wild and Out. You have a following. I feel like you've already made your stamp. I feel like if you look at somebody like Rihanna, I don't know what kind of surgery Rihanna had. I'm gonna be honest with you, because she might have had something done that we just don't know about.
Right.
But from the beginning of when Rihanna started until right now, I don't think anybody has ever come out and could, with full verification say that she had this and this and this.
Well, Rihanna's always been curvy.
Yeah, she's already been curvy.
Yeah, Rihanna's always been curvy.
She hasn't been known to have a big butt.
That's what
I'm saying.
She was known, but she was known to have hips though.
Yeah, she's known to have. She's a Caribbean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and she was known how to move. So when she moved, she emphasized on
what female celebrity out there hasn't had their body done.
I was okay.
Glorilla is the only one.
She said that she's never gonna get.
And that's her. I appreciate her security and her mindset. Her mindset is she can be unique. Right? She can be not unique. She can be original. I hate to use that word unique on a body that you are already born with, but you can be original and be yourself. Right? You have Cardi B. You have the City Girls. You have Lotto.
They say
Nicki Minaj.
Megan Thee Stallion didn't get no work done.
Yeah, they did say she's.
I can believe that. Because she's a big. She's 5'10".
No, she's 5'10".
She's 6.
I thought she was 6.
Oh, she might be 6. I might be wrong, but she's a big girl.
I was about to say she is a big girl.
Yeah, not like. I'm not
No.
I was
going to say no. I was going to say
she will probably.
I was going to say another word.
She will probably beat you one-on-one basketball. She will post you up and score.
No. I'll break them ankles, bro. I'll break them ankles. I don't give a fuck. You could be woman, man, child. You can get these ankles.
But I also think it's the society too that we're in.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because now everything is visual because of IG.
Everything is sexualized.
It's sexualized.
Everything is sexualized.
Everything is sexualized. So
who's to blame for that? Who's to blame for the fact that even from the beginning of the times, men used to go to the strip club to look at these women, and now that we have social media, I think that the women are now seeing this on a more consistent basis. They're seeing these bodies that they want. Let's keep it real. Every man that sees another man that's driving a Bentley or a Ferrari or in a private jet, you say you want to be there. So you work and you get there, right? That doesn't mean you get plastic surgery, but you kind of work as hard as you can to get to that type of success, right? Okay. And then women see all these women like I mentioned, JT, Young Miami, Cardi B, you can keep on going, and they see this body and they see the attention that comes with that body. And they're like, I want that too.
And that's why some of them get it.
And then they
it's not necessarily because it's like, okay, because it comes from insecurity. Let's be honest. It's insecurity at its finest. For you to go,
I would agree.
Right. Yeah. For you to go and put yourself under so that you can look like something that looks like an ant, depending on who you go to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, some people be botching up that shit, bro.
You know what I mean?
Some people be botching that shit up, bro.
Okay, so you're going to this thing where you're saying, "Hey, I need this so that I can feel secure on living on this earth. If I don't have it, I am miserable." So you're telling me that you're willing for your looks, my dude, to put yourself in risk, not to see your kids anymore, not to see your parents, just so that you can have a small waist and a big ass.
And I don't think a lot of people really pay attention to the waiver they sign when it says that you could die when you have surgery. Well, they automatically really pay attention to the outcome. Exactly.
Well, the thing is that people don't realize that, like, okay, I think this is a human mindset. We don't think something can happen to us until it happens.
Yes. Yeah. I don't even think Kanye's mother in a million years thought that laying down, and she didn't even get like a mommy makeover or a BBL, but she just wanted, and I almost have to think from a woman's perspective, and that they wake up every day and, their titties or their breast is not what they wanted it to be. They don't feel attractive. I don't think you're not feeling attractive is an insecurity. I think that once you face the fact that you used to sit up here, now it's sitting down here, you want to do something about that.
Right. Some people have breast reductions.
Yes, for medical reasons. Yeah, for medical reasons. And some of those people that do have the breast reductions, we don't know how many people passed away from it. Yeah, it's still a procedure that you go under the knife.
Well,
but I don't want to focus on the medical part, because medical is something that you necessarily had to get done. Let's look at the people that are going in for the cosmetic reasons.
Well, let's be
the
real.
Competition, the insecurity.
Well, let's be real then. Most likely the reason is because with that type of procedure, you get certain type of powers.
Pretty privilege.
Who broke your heart when you knew that they had surgery? If there's anybody out there that you like, I can't believe you actually bought into this whole movement.
Nobody.
Lil' Kim.
Lil'
Kim.
Man, yeah.
Lil' Kim.
I'm on the floor, y'all.
She is on the floor. Lil' Kim went from an absolute gorgeous, beautiful woman.
Black woman.
She went from an icon. She, they said in an interview that you go to almost any.
I know. I was just thinking about Lil' Kim back in the day.
Yeah,
she's beautiful.
They said that you couldn't go to any prison back in the day in the 90s and not see that iconic. She was squatting and she had one hand up and she had on like a bathing suit.
The one that Nicki Minaj did
the
pink. Yeah.
You could not go to none of these GDs, none of these gangsters sell and not see one of those pictures. That it was so iconic.
I mean,
and then you see after a couple of years, she went ahead and she just bought into the competition.
Well, the thing is,
and it broke my heart because she could have sat at a pedestal by herself.
She saw. Well, like she said, like we just said, like we said, you know, she was trying to stay relevant. If she wanted to stay relevant, she had to do certain things.
She was
competing
herself,
Nikki.
She
was competing with Nikki.
No, she was doing that before Nikki.
Not lyrically, but she got her.
No, she got that done. She was getting that done before Nikki.
Oh, my bad.
But well, I don't know before, but I know before I knew about Nikki,
she was
already doing
that.
Like her body.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I just know one time I saw her, she looked like she was Asian.
I forgot.
She started doing more over the years, but she had started the process.
Okay, that's my mistake.
Started with her nose, and then once you start,
you don't go back. It's like crack.
You see something else wrong, and you see something else wrong, just like Michael Jackson.